Hello, thanks again for joining me. We are talking about happiness, and today's discussion is the happiness hack. Now, I looked up the definition of hack because it seems to me that everybody's using this terminology, and I sort of know what it means. You know, when a person hacks into a computer, they're breaking in. A hack used to mean someone who did a shoddy job, somebody who wasn't very good at what they were doing, someone who was doing something and cutting corners to try to get a better result, but wasn't guaranteed, right? So I looked up the new definition of hack. Hack is a clever solution to a tricky problem. And that brings us to happiness. So why is happiness such a tricky thing? I've been studying it for quite some time now, as you know, and what happens when we study those, when we practice those 5 things that are supposed to bring about happiness? So I'm supposed to write down things I'm grateful for. So I write down the things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the earth. I'm grateful for the sky. I'm grateful for my dog. Right? So I write these things down. And then I sit and I say, well, am I happy now? I'm grateful, right? The list gets even more mundane. I'm grateful for happiness. I'm grateful for my mom. Right? So what's really happening? Then we're supposed to sit in quiet for 2 minutes. So we sit in quiet and the doorbell rings and then the phone rings and then the dogs start barking. So I'm quiet, but the world around me is not quiet. Then I'm supposed to exercise for 10 minutes. Okay, exercising for 10 minutes is awesome and it's great and I can do it, except that something else comes to mind. Oh, I've got to go put that laundry in, and I'll put the laundry in and have that running while I'm exercising. And I start to exercise and I say, oh, now would be a perfect time to turn on the water for the garden so that I don't forget. So I'll exercise while the laundry's running and the garden hose is watering the vegetables, right? So all these things happen. And then while you're exercising, you're thinking about the other list of things to do the rest of the day. And then does that bring happiness? Not quite. And then the next thing is sending a note to someone. So I write a letter, put it in the mail, and then nothing. I call a family member and ask how they are, and they don't answer the phone and they don't get back to me, right? So how does this bring about happiness? And the last thing is you're supposed to remember something that happened to you in the last 24 hours and remember it and savor it, relive it. So yesterday we played a game with my kids and it was a good game. And then I started losing in the game and then I came back and then my other son started winning and then he lost everything. And right, so there's the you're winning, you're losing, the constant up and down and left and right, and when do I feel it and how do I feel it and where's the happiness? It's not here yet. So today we're talking about the happiness hack. Why isn't happiness happening? Why aren't you getting it? Why isn't it coming? With all these things you're supposed to be doing, right? That 21 days, the list of 5 things. Where is your happiness? Well, the truth is that list of 5 things that we're supposed to practice all points to one thing. And the one thing is all about the feeling of happiness. So here's your hack. Here's the solution, and it's a clever one, to the tricky problem of not being happy in your life and practicing the 5 things that are supposed to bring you happiness, but not quite getting it, not quite having it happen. So it's feeling the feeling. It's not just doing the things. It's experiencing the happiness. It's bringing it up in your life and having it stick there. So I've been practicing something else. as well. Body-Wise Bodywork, the name of my business, is transforming into Heart-Wise Bodywork, because the heart is the seat of emotions, and the seat of emotions is what is the cause and the source of all the feelings that you have. So if you want to feel happiness, you've got to go back to the source. And the source of the emotion starts in the heart. And so when I say think head-wise, feel heart-wise, and move body-wise, that is a clue that when you go to the source of where happiness arises from, which is the feeling of happiness, which has an underlying emotion that you must experience, and this is a choice. You can bring up this emotion and have that emotion be the underlying platform, the foundation for all your feelings, and those feelings need to be feelings of a higher vibration. Then you will experience the deep, profound happiness I've been talking about. So it's not just going through the motions, it's feeling the feeling and experiencing true happiness at the source, which is the foundation within your heart. So until next time, think head-wise, feel heart-wise, feel the happiness in your life, and move body-wise. And I promise you, you'll get it. You'll experience it. And you'll experience it in a way that is so incredible, you won't want it to stop.